What is going on, y'all? It's so good to see you. We're jumping back into our table series, but we just had Easter. So I pray that the story of Jesus, the death, the burial, and the resurrection, it encourages you. And if you have made a decision for Jesus, I pray that us as a church can come alongside of you and give you the resources you need to become a fully devoted follower of Christ. And so as we jump into our table series, I'm praying for you. This is a really, really cool story. The story, the interaction between Jesus and Matthew. Now, Matthew, he is a tax collector, and he's a Jewish person, and he works for the Roman government. That's a trifecta of terror when it comes to this culture. So the Roman government, they ruled with an iron fist. They wanted peace and quiet. And tax collectors, they were extortionists. They stole money from the people who lived in that area. And so Matthew, being a Jewish person, was seen as somebody who was like a traitor. It was bad all around. But Jesus did not care. Jesus saw Matthew and walked across the room. So what's cool is in Luke's account of Matthew being called into ministry with Jesus, Matthew is watching Jesus do amazing things. So Matthew has a great context for who Jesus is. He's hearing stories about Jesus healing the paralytic, healing the leper, casting out the demoniac into the pigs on the hillside. Matthew is seeing this and watching this. So when Jesus sees Matthew in that booth, he knows what's about to happen. He sees his teacher, his rabbi, walking up to him, calling him into ministry. So when Matthew lays down that ledger, that pen, he knows what's about to happen. And here's what I love about Jesus. He walked over to Matthew and did not say, Matthew, I need you to fix your life. I need you to right the wrongs. That's not what I'm asking you to do. Jesus is asking Matthew to put down the ledger and the pen and to follow him and to be one of the most integral disciples that he has. Because he wrote Matthew and he walked with Jesus for 3 years. So he's very, very important to Jesus's ministry. I remember a time where I walked into New Life in 2003 and not knowing a soul. I walked in, I saw a group of people hanging out. One person saw me walk in, they made eye contact with me. And they stepped out of that comfort zone. They walked over to me and said, hey, what's your name? I want to know your story. And because of that, I'm still here today. I remember that time someone walked over to me, just like Jesus walked over to Matthew and made that connection. And so I'm so thankful for that person who walked across the room and spoke potential to me. Brought me into the fold the same way Jesus brought Matthew into the fold. They didn't say, hey, Turner, we need you to fix your life. We need you to make sure that you right your wrongs. We need you to be a good person. No, they said, we want you how you are. But here's the thing. Jesus knew that as Matthew walked with him, that his life would become an imitation of Jesus, that we would desire to do things right. We would desire Matthew would desire to do things right. Matthew would desire to right those wrongs because Jesus wants our heart. And so as we go about our day today, here's two challenges. Find somebody that you can walk across the room that you have no clue their name, where they belong. They might have a different religion. Walk across the room and ask what their name is and get to know them. Take them out to coffee. Invite them over to your home. Get them around a table. And then what's going to happen is you will see transformation happen, because when we get close to the Word of God, when we get close to Jesus, He transforms us from the inside out. That is my challenge to us. We're going to learn a lot about Matthew as we go further into this week. Love you. Have a great day.